Real Madrid have quietly pulled off a move that few outside the club's inner circles are talking about yet, but that could define the next era at the Santiago Bernabeu. Rather than spending headlines on another superstar arrival, the club has added Joaquin Fernandez to its methodology and training department at Valdebebas, a pick that signals Real want to convert a coach's ideas into institutional practice across every age group and into the first team. Reports picked up in the Spanish press say this hire is specifically intended to align coaching practice sessions and player development with the identity Xabi Alonso is building since taking charge of the first team. Xabi Alonso's appointment at Real Madrid already set expectations. A team that dominates with the ball, presses intelligently, and creates tactical symmetry between lines. Now Madrid appear to be making sure that style is not just a temporary blueprint on the training ground, but a living, breathing methodology from the youngest academy teams to the senior squad. That distinction between a coach imposing personal tactics and a club embedding an identity is huge. Clubs win long-term success when their academy graduates already understand positional rules, pressing triggers, and build-up patterns before they get near the first team. By hiring a methodology lead, Real are saying they want players who are coach-ready, babies and teenagers who already speak Alonso's footballing language, so that when they step up, there's no culture shock, only continuity. In practical terms, that could mean a single, unified training curriculum, shared session scripts for coaches at every level, and an evaluation system that prioritizes tactical suitability as much as raw talent. The direct effect is obvious: more homegrown players adapted to Alonso's system, fewer panic transfers, and a more sustainable pipeline into the first team. For fans, the immediate attraction is obvious. A younger player who has been drilled in the same patterns as the senior side arrives ready-made to slot in, shortening the assimilation period and reducing expensive trial and error signings. For the sporting department, the hire is a strategic lever to control recruitment. If the academy produces midfielders who already understand Alonso's press, the club can be choosier in the market, targeting fewer stopgap fixes and more system-fit talents. For coaches at every level, the message is clear: sessions, schedules, and scouting must bend toward a single vision, measured by repeatable metrics and outcomes. That institutional alignment is small bore in terms of public spectacle, but seismic for long-term planning. Of course, there are risks. Locking the entire development structure to one coach's philosophy can hamper flexibility. Football evolves, managers change, and the club will need to prevent methodology from becoming dogma. The balancing act for Florentino Perez and the sporting directors will be to extract Alonso's winning principles: ball control, positional intelligence, press resilience, while preserving enough adaptability to respond to different opponents and the next generation of coaches. But the upside is compelling: institutional memory, transferable training processes, and a youth pipeline that can reliably feed the first team with players who understand the club's tactical shorthand. What should viewers watch for next? The clearest sign this project is working will be young players called up to the senior squad who fit immediately into Alonso's patterns, the 18-21-year-olds who don't need weeks to adapt. You'll also see more coordinated training language across age groups, trust in academy products during league fixtures, and subtle shifts in transfer policy toward players who complement the homegrown core. For journalists and supporters alike, the story to follow is not one explosive transfer but a slow structural change at Valdebebas that could determine Real Madrid's domestic and European fortunes for a decade. The club has chosen infrastructure over instant headlines, and if Joaquin Fernandez can translate a coach's philosophy into a repeatable methodology, this quiet signing may prove to be one of the most consequential moves in modern Real history.